Hey, hello everyone. So, welcome back to my channel name Learning to Learn. Yes, we have done a lot of stuff in the past, and in the last video, if you have seen, we have talked about differential piece weight system and mental revolution. Okay, so today we are going to start with Henry Fayol's principles of management, which is really important, right, in regards to BCom, BBA, 12th, and other competitive examinations. Okay, but before that, a quick glimpse on Unacademy. If you guys are not on Unacademy, please join if you want to crack any competitive examinations, especially NTA UGC NET. I teach on Unacademy. I'm a verified educator there. I have a teaching experience of more than 4 years. Okay, so you can really count on us. Now, let's start with Henry Fayol's principles of management. Okay, Henry Fayol, before you can say starting the theory, I'll give you a basic structure that what exactly Henry Fayol did. It's very simple. Henry Fayol was one of the persons who actually gave the basis or the theory for management what we learn today or what we understand today. Right. So please understand he was one of the various important personalities who actually contributed very important stuff to management. So let's start now. Henry Fayol explained what amount to managers' work and what principles should be followed doing this work. Okay, so exactly what these three lines are trying to explain. Henry Fayol actually explained that what is management work, what management actually is, and how to do the managerial activities. Right? If a worker efficiency mattered in the factory system, so does managerial efficiency. If you remember, we did Fayol's scientific theory. Sorry, not Fayol's, Taylor's scientific theory. Right? We completed this. Taylor was very much interested into, you can say, operational level or related to workers and laborers and closely worked with them, and he was specifically emphasized his work on low level management, right? Whereas contradictory to this, Henry Fayol most works were on, you can say, middle level, that to managerial level, right? Okay, so when workers efficiency is really important for the production purposes, in the same manner managerial efficiency is really important for achieving objectives, for having a harmonized relationship, to increase the efficiency, many other things, right? So let us discuss about Henry Fayol's 14 principles of management. Henry Fayol was the first to identify four functions of management. Yes, please remember that this is very important. Henry Fayol was the first person who actually identified the four basic functions, that is planning, organizing, directing, controlling, which was further divided and made into a bigger, you can say, functions, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating and controlling, which we have also done in the previous videos. Okay, now let's talk about the principles of Henry Fayol. 14 principles of Henry Fayol are very famous and you can get it in any management book you read. So these are very famous principles, and to understand this it takes time. So please be patient. Okay. So first, division of work. Understand, every organization has to divide the entire work to top level, middle level, bottom level. See, everything here is interrelated. See, we have done levels of management. Only after understanding levels of management and functions of management and importance and objectives of management, will be able to understand the principles of management. So whatever I have taught you in the past, that is the basis for this particular video. If you haven't gone through the old videos, or if you actually don't know what management is, or what is the importance of management, or what are the functions, or what are the, you can say, levels of management, you might need to know. Only after knowing that, you'll be able to understand this particular thing properly. Okay, so the first is division of work. It means that all the organizational activities should be divided into, you can say, the similar work, right, or onto the similar functions. This is really very important, because suppose if there is a single person in the organization and he's working or he's doing everything, he's just opening the shop, he's just cleaning the whole you can say office, then he's doing accounts, production. He cannot do, right? To industries, to work in industries or to produce, we need a large force. We need laborers, we need accountants, we need salesperson, we need HR people. So we need a lot of people, and all these people we need to you can say divide the work uh, in respect to all these people, right? According to the jobs they do. So division of work is very important. Fine. Now authority and responsibility, this is one of the various important points. With authority comes responsibility. It means if you have given some one a power, okay, suppose there is a person who is designated to be a production manager, so ultimately he has the authority to produce in the factory, how it is to be produced, when it is to be produced, by whom it is to be produced, when is the raw material going to get inside the organization, how much time will it take for the raw material to actually convert into the finished good, how much stock it should be kept within the organization, how much stock should be sold out. Everything will be decided by production manager. In the same way, if he has the authority to do so, he will also get the responsibility to efficiently do that work. If he's not able to take the responsibility, he should not be given the authority for the same, right? And after authority and responsibility, authority and responsibility goes hand in hand. It means if authority is given, responsibility should also be given. You cannot skip on responsibility, right? This is very important. The next is discipline. Yes, organizations should maintain discipline. It means people should come on time, they should have a proper place for everything, there should be proper timing for everything, right? And everybody should strictly follow the guidelines, the rules and regulations of the organization to keep everything into place, and all the process in the organization can flow smoothly. For that, discipline is one of the tools which you can use, right? Now many of the people are confused in unity of command and unity of direction. It's very simple. See, unity of command, it means one subordinate should receive orders from only one superior. Suppose one subordinate receives orders from various superiors, what will happen? He'll get confused what to do and what not to do. Suppose there is a new intern in your organization. Production manager had told him to move the raw material from one place to another. The accounts department has told him to go to the client place and bring some of the bills. The marketing manager has told him to go to the market and bring certain samples. So what do you think he's going to do first? He'll get confused what to do and what not to do, what is urgent, what can be delayed, right? So that is unity of command. Means one subordinate should only have one superior, and only that superior should be able to give commands to that particular person so that he can work efficiently into the organization, right? So that is unity of command. Now let's discuss about unity of direction. Unity of direction means all the efforts, all the time, all the resources organization is spending, it should be directed towards only one goal, which is actually predetermined by top level. So top level, whatever goals or whatever so sorry top level decides whatever goals it wants to achieve, that only should be the priority of each and every department, and each and every department's finance, direction, motivation, or you can say efforts, all this should be directed only towards that particular goal. So that is unity of direction. Now subordinate of individual interest to general interest, this is also a very simple one. Subordinate means you can say you should have you should compress, or you can say you should suppress your own individual goals if you want to achieve organizational goals. It happens many times. Even if you see at cricket matches, many of the people, they you can say for the betterment of the team, they sometime you can say take a pause or take a back step so that the team wins, right? So that is more important. Subordinate of individual interest, it means your individual goal or your individual profits should be after, but the main important topic or the main important point or the main important priority of yours should be organizational goals, right? Then only you'll be able to achieve organizational goals. Now, remuneration. Remuneration means a person who works in your organization should be remunerated or compensated or should get the salary and wages according to the industry norms or according to the job he has given to you, right? You cannot discriminate someone on base of remuneration if they are in the same level. Suppose there are two assistant accountants working under the same head accountant and both are doing the similar activities every day. They have same number of hours, they have same responsibility, they have same authority. For one particular person you are giving 15,000 a month as a compensation or remuneration, and for the other employee you are giving 12,000. The person to whom you are giving 12,000 will feel discriminated because he is in the same authority, he is in the same responsibility, and he does the same work. So why the other person is getting more and he is getting less, right? He'll get demotivated. So that we have to ignore, or you can say, to avoid these kind of situations, we should keep equal remuneration, right? We should give equal compensation for the equal work done, right? So these were the 7 basic principles of Henry Fayol's administrative management, and what we are going to do is we are going to do the remaining 7 in the next class, right? So let's meet on Monday, and I'll try to explain you the remaining 7. I hope you like this video, and I really worked really hard for making the notes and videos. So please let me know if you like this video, and if there are any doubts, please do let me know. These are 2 of my different channels you can join, right? And till then, take good care of yourself, study hard. By chance if there is any doubt where I could help, please do let me know. Take good care of yourselves. Bye bye.